Hi guys, I'm out in front of the house on 243rd. I just unlocked the door and kind of did a quick walk around and take some shots of the neighborhood. Real nice, quiet country neighborhood. I was in a neighborhood just a couple blocks from here a while back and videoed a house. So we're in the country, we're surrounded by forest. And this is one of those neighborhoods that's got, I don't know, 100, 150 houses in it, something like that. Huge lots, as I'm sure you saw in the listing. So this place has a large front yard, big backyard. It is a little smaller, and it's got some deferred maintenance type issues. It looks structurally solid. The roof looks good. It looks like it's probably a couple years old. And I didn't look at the listing. It may say in the listing how old it is. This garage door is an older wood garage door. And it's seen better days. Replacing a garage door is $1,200 to $1,500. And then the exterior paint on the house, while it's not failing, is not in the greatest shape. You can see these paint touch-up spots here. And this is a wood-based siding, not the cement-based stuff. And so you get little issues like this. That, once it's gotten water into it, if you get it dried out and sealed up, it'll be okay. But that's the trade-off with wood versus that cement-based siding that we've talked about before. Is this wood. There's going to be little spots around nail holes and things where moisture has gotten in and created little spots like that. And I'm not going to go to the backyard from here. I'll go through the house, but I kind of wanted to give you an idea what we're looking at neighbor-wise. So that's another cul-de-sac back there. And I believe there is a street that goes off that direction over there, but there's not any through traffic here is my point in bringing that up. So anyhow, but you can kind of see with the paint, you see a little bit more down here along this bottom edge. And that's exactly where you start to see issues with wood siding. Down along that bottom, it'll start to wick moisture up into it and that kind of thing. Again, though, this location and the price for this home, even though it is a little bit smaller, is pretty attractive. I see potential here for upside, but it's going to, you got some cosmetic stuff to deal with. So. This flooring is not, well, it's hard to say if it's brand new or near new, but it looks to be in real good shape. I'm going to say it's near new. Kitchen looks to be in good condition. Generic appliances, non-matching generic. So you got black stove, a dishwasher, and then a white fridge. And, when I walk through a house like this, the term I like to use is builder grade. So nothing, not a lot of bells and whistles, not super fancy, but a nice little house. And what made me think of that was the sink is kind of a shallow sink. So I like, if I was putting in a sink, I like to put one that's like a foot deep. That one is 6 inches deep. It's a little bit shallow. So here. Not a bad sized little pantry, little being the operative word. So, and bedroom one, these are good sized bedrooms. Carpet seems to be in good condition. Interior paint is in pretty good condition. There was something attached to the wall here, maybe a TV. And you can see where they've patched it and painted over it. So, and coming into the master, and I'm gonna say this room it's a pretty close to a square, and I'm gonna say it's probably 15 by 15, maybe 15 by 16 feet. Walk in, not huge, but not too bad. I'm going to say it's about 7 feet, between 7 and 8 feet deep, and 4.5, 5 feet across. bath is almost same size as that closet. And I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. I'm sure you've heard about the smoke we have out here. It's not as bad today, but it's been just incredible. I've been here almost 20 years, and I had soldiers out fighting fires some years back, but we've never seen it like this. This is just crazy, and sounds like a lot of it is actually arsonists. They've arrested a whole bunch of people. I know the national news isn't reporting much of that, but they've arrested quite a few people in the Portland area and the Seattle area for starting fires. And what they're doing is driving around throwing fireworks out the window. This, I'm going to say, is the smallest child's room. It's not much smaller than that first one, but this is more like 12 by 12 feet probably. Standard depth closet. This looks like it's going to go through to laundry, and I'm quite certain this is the garage. Okay. And typical 22 foot deep, 18 feet wide, 18 to 20 feet wide. So they've just had the furnace serviced. It looks relatively new. This is not the original furnace. Water heater looks pretty old. I'm going to say this is probably 15 years old plus. But water heaters are, there's no moving parts. They just kind of go till they quit. And when they quit, you replace them. A new water heater's around $500. Electrical panel is a good one. You got one slot left. They've added the heat pump central AC here and took up these two. So anyway, generally a clean house. I think they have it priced pretty well for the market. Obviously, one of our issues, guys, is that we're kind of shopping in the bottom end of the market. And that always makes things challenging. But I think this one has some real potential. There is going to be a little bit of work here, but anyhow. Big wraparound deck. And this siding looks real good, actually. It's a plywood type of siding, but it's not the particle board type stuff. It's real plywood. And it does look to be in pretty good shape. Same thing across the back. And the roof looks about the same back here. It does look, it's either a 35 or 40 year rated roof, and I'd say it's probably 5 years old. And then very nice square or rectangular backyard, good sized shed. I'm sure that's just a box. So anyhow, nice little house. I would imagine there will be competition. I don't know how strong it will be. And then because of the size of the house, I also don't know. It'd probably appraise at $370. I don't know if it would appraise for much more than that. But I've got one right now that I was actually going to tell you about. It's a young nurse put a house under contract, and we went over full price, so on and so forth. We've just gotten the appraisal or notification from the appraiser that they're having a hard time getting the appraisal done. So I'm anticipating it's probably going to come in below what she offered, and at which point we're going to end up renegotiating the price with the seller, just to add another layer of complexity to things. But that's kind of been part of the game this year, is this appraisal thing, and we've talked about it. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug on this video and get it over to you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much.